don't adjust your screens, because Sasha Colby still runs the show. A new era of drag is here, and the future belongs to those who slay it. The time is critical for you to stand up. The time is now. A new season of RuPaul's Drag Race is coming, and the future is here. The future is now. It's time for you to get your rebel on and meet the queens of season 16. Begin.
Cue the music, because the show is about to start. Oh. My name is Q, and I am the one and only letter of the alphabet that you need to know from now on. Q is an artist. Q is a diva. Q is beyond. First one in feels correct.
Yeah. The natural disaster has arrived. My name is Tsunami Muse, y yo soy la diva de Nueva York. Tsunami always looks like she stepped straight out of a runway. Anything that Tsunami wears, it's always...
Oh. Wait a second. This place doesn't have a bidet. I'm a mandatory meeting. I'm blonde, glamorous, and selling it for a very fair price on Hollywood Boulevard. A mandatory meeting comes from all the times I've been called into the boss's office thinking, I'm about to get fired, but then I walk out with a big, fat promotion. I'm looking about a ding right there. Ding!
Hola, muchachos! Olis. The beauty and the booty is here. A darlo todo. My name is Morphine Love Dion. I am the Latina goddess of Miami, Florida, the absolute perra, and I'm here to heat things up.
Show us the nails. Show us the nails. Okay.
My drag is all about the mug. The makeup always has to be 100 mug Iana Dupree. Girl, what the I'm scared.
Gisela.
I think this place is haunted. I'm Sapphira Cristal, and I'm Philadelphia's crown jewel.
Ooh, you better slow motion.
Yeah, bet
Stop.
you was. Better.
My hair is big, my drag is big, more is more, and bigger is better.
I hope you trash bags are ready to lose.
Okay.
My name is Mirage, and I am known as the legs of Las Vegas. I am feeling like a bad bitch because I just called everybody trash. I hear the whispers.
I hate her.
And I am choosing not to address them. My drag is very, colorful. It's kind of like a stripper who shops at Claire's.
Oh, wow.
Rise and shine, mother. It's Dawn.
Ooh,
She's got a potty mouth. I'm Dawn, and I'm the ethereal elf goddess of Brooklyn. Dawn is known for turning big looks. Dawn is known for silhouettes. Dawn is known for extravagant, never before seen. I feel so pussy. Oh my God.
I did not prepare for this. My name is Hershii LiqCour-Jeté from the legendary House of Jeté, and I'm a drag queen. You might know my drag sister. She goes by the small name of Cornbread Jeté, one of the most annoying, aggravating women that I know in this world, but I love her to death. Hershii LiqCour-Jeté is glam camp auntie drag. I love being beautiful, and I love being absolutely stupid.
Darling, why give blood when you could sell plasma?
My name is Plasma, and I'm a 65-year-old woman inhabiting this gorgeous 24-year-old's body. My style is very 1950s Hollywood glamour.
Oh, she's elegant.
Oh, she's royal.
Viva Mexico! Karr, Brone. Mwah!
Mi nombre es Geneva Karr, or as everybody knows me, Geneva Vroom Vroom Karr. Geneva Karr's drag style is very dramatic. Escándalo, brillo, fantasía, and of course a lot of Mexican spice.
Oh, fasten your seatbelts, because this plane always goes down.
Oh.
I'm Plain Jane, and I'm the authentically Russian clown hooker from Boston. Plain Jane is known for big boobs, big hips, small waist, pretty face.
Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle those tits.
Oh, yes.
I'm equal parts camp and
We got somebody.
A goddess amongst men.
She brought the Holy Spirit.
Hallelujah.
My name is Megami, and I am the geek chic goddess of Brooklyn, New York, and the Barbie of Staten Island. I started drag as a cosplayer, going to geeky conventions like New York Comic Con.
It's thorny. Oh.
I can do cosplay and high fashion and avant-garde looks. People would describe me as loud, funny. I am a Latina from Brooklyn, so nothing gets by us.
Okay, bitch.
The queen of flips. I don't set the bar, I flips it.
My name is Mhi'ya Iman LePage, and it's time to get flip-tastic. On stage, Mhi'ya is a ball of fire. She's doing tricks, flips, and just performing her ass off. I have multiple videos that have over 1 million views. I'm the TikTok sensation.
Oh my God.
You are such a witch, and it's the power right here.
Bananas.
So we know the trade of the season.
大家好，台湾交佛到喽。
Blowing in from the east, it's your banana Buddha Nymphia wind.
I'm the first Taiwanese queen to reign the stage of Drag Race.
My drag is very conceptual, cultural, and very yellow, obviously.
Hi, girl.
Do not adjust your screen.
Join the RuPaul's
on MTV. 14 bold new queens are revolutionizing the game.
International queen of queens. Gotta ask, is doing it like me? Should I be bashful but an open please? Cause in reality, don't ever come free. Come and let's achieve the American dream. And if you're wondering, it looks like me. Be humble, bitch, hustle that beat. I'm on that sensation tape.
The future belongs to those who slay it.
Sensation tape and love. More bitches than you try. I wanna see you sweat, put your whole kitty in it. I wanna see you sweat, put your whole kitty in it. You say you wanna win it, I wanna see you.
Power to the queens.
Who will seize the moment?
RuPaul's Drag Race, new season Friday, January 5th at 8. The future of drag is on MTV.
Oh, Mama, Drag Race went out and they found the kookiest girls who have the most liquefied brains in the world. And they shoved them in a pink box and said, kill each other! I am a mandatory meeting, and I am a woman of the world, baby. I'm from a lot of places. Most people would probably know me from Los Angeles. I've had so many day jobs, Diva. I've been a bar back, I've worked in an office, I've worked at a tanning salon. My drag style is but also quirky, but also mysterious, chameleonic, okay? A mandatory meeting is a lot of things, so you never know what you're gonna get. I have been in theater literally since I could talk. My mom said, baby, you got a lot of energy and I can't deal with it, so we're gonna take you to some Saturday morning acting classes. And that's when I started Meryl Streep in it for the girls, and I never really stopped. When people first meet me, the first thing they think is, oh! And then the next thing they think is, ah! And then the third thing they think is, ah! You start confused, you end up aroused. I smell like a superstar. It's also sort of the energy, the electricity that I bring to the stage, and also how bad they want to f me. That's really what people walk away with, a raging erection. Or a sopping, wet puswacha. The strangest thing about me is I hate peanut butter. I really do, and people really dog me for it. If a queen brings a peanut butter sandwich into that f***ing workroom, I'm smacking the shit out of her hand. I'm not allergic, I'm just disgusted. Me? Competitive? No! I would kill someone to win this competition. I won't tell you who, because they will be watching this, and they'll feel bad. I'm not worried about these other baby. I know that they don't have what I have, and they could never give the mandatory meeting fantasy. The thing I am most nervous about going into this season would be RuPaul just looking at me and saying, you're too good. You have to leave. You're making all the other girls feel bad. That would be very scary for me because it's a familiar experience. I've been a fan of Drag Race for a very long time. Honestly, I was gagged. I had never seen drag queens live. It was like a whole culture shock for me where I was like, this is for me. Looking beautiful and punching out the competition, mama. For me to be on season 16, it means that the dark magic that I snuck into the woods to do when I first watched this show, to say, Mother Ru, come find me, that means she heard the call. If you cross me, I'm gonna go draw a pentagram in front of your house and baby foreclosure. People are gonna watch this season and think it might as well be All-Stars because the talent is through the roof. I am America's next drag superstar because I'm really good. Or maybe it's because oh no, it's because I can't choose a reason. There are just so many. I'm America's next drag superstar, baby. I can't help it. I was born this way.
I am America's next drag stupid star. I am America's next drag stupid star. No. Howdy do, everybody. My name is Dawn, and I am all the way over here from Brooklyn, New York. I'm originally from Raleigh, North Carolina. After I graduated college, I was trying to find a drag name. I broke up with my partner, got kicked out of my housing, had to move with my mom, couldn't find a job. It was the middle of the pandemic. I was depressed and staying up all night, or perhaps up until dawn. New York is just this like ever-flowing, ever-changing like river of drag talent. And I came up pretty quick there, so I think they like me. My drag is very fantasy-inspired, delusion, grandeur, and really f***ing weird. Can I curse? Okay, cool. When people first meet me, they think, oh, that's a stanky right there, because I have this eye painted on, so I can't really like emote that well, and like my waist kind of hurts, and I'm not very comfortable, and so I'm kind of short with people. But once you get to know me, you learn that I'm really nice and fun. Strangest thing about me, I have a pickle every morning. Start the day with a pickle, baby. Why not? I am so much more than a look. I mean, I know the look is fierce, but when you come to a Dawn show, you're gonna get a lot more than a pretty face and a cinched waist. You're gonna get emotion, you're gonna get giggles. I'm a silly girl. I wouldn't consider myself competitive, but this is Drag Race. There's $200,000 on the line, baby. I mean, I'm here to win. If any of these queens come for me, I'll probably clap back. If she reads me, I can read. I'll say, you look like or whatever, you know? But you catch me in the right mood, baby, I'm gonna start crying, sob, because I can't handle confrontation like that. No, 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 no. Am I a fan of Drag Race? Pull up in the Sri Lanka. It's kind of like my bonding show with my friends. I love to sit at home on a Friday night with my besties on a couch and a glass of wine. You start that episode sober, but by the end of it, trash, baby, trash. That's the goal. My first memory of watching the show, I was in college, and I watched season 5 in my little dorm room. Roxy Andrews changed my life, period. I distinctly remember seeing like the workroom, whatever, and then seeing the runway. I was like, when did she get boobs? Did she always have boobs? I was very confused, and then I learned what a breastplate was, and now I'm no longer confused. But it still changed my life, diva. What people are gonna think about this season is, why did they cast all of these psychos? Baby! It's really interesting when you put 5 to 10 people who would have been like the nastiest villain on their season in one room together. It gets a little shady. I am America's next Drag Race superstar because I'm a person who lives in America, who does drag, and I'm a superstar. So like, I can do math. That equals me win.
Nobody better come for me unless I send for them, honey, because they do not know that once the Latina is fired up like a pepper, she's about to become real spicy. Hola a todos, todas y todes. My name is Geneva Karr, or as everybody knows me, La Diva Más Latina, or Geneva Vroom Vroom Karr, or That Perra. I am originally from Tamaulipas, Mexico, but I currently reside in Brownsville, Texas. Geneva Karr comes from me asking advice. The queen knew that I didn't own a car, so she was like, you need a car, but it sounded like she said Geneva Karr. And I just took it and I ran with it, and here we are. The drag scene where I am from in Brownsville, it is very over the top, big hair, big makeup, very Latino, Hispanic, Espanol, Mexicanos, you know, we are a border town. I always like to think of Geneva as a chameleon. I can just adapt to whatever it is I want to give and I want to serve. However, it always has to have the Latina touch and the Texas touch, and of course, a reference to my culture. I started doing drag for fun, and now I do drag as a form of expression and representation to where I come from. It's my life. When people first meet me, if I'm just like standing still and not really smiling, they think I'm a and I am. But you know, like as soon as I smile and I talk to people, they're like, oh my God, you're so nice, you're so likable, you're so bubbly, you're so outgoing. But yeah, if you catch me like this, you would think I won't like you, but I do. The strangest thing about me is that I tend to forget that I am switching from English to Spanish. I just do it naturally, and then people are like, wait, what? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to switch. You know, it's just Spanish is my first language. The biggest misconception about me is that people just think that I'm just a pageant queen. I can do so much more than just the beauty and the grace and the elegance. I've done a lot of pageants back home, and I've won every single pageant, so I am very competitive, and when the girls hear that I'm gonna compete, they don't wanna go up against me. The most nervous I am going into the season would be to have the queen misinterpret my humor or how I am, because back in Texas, we like to read each other. That's how we know we like each other. My first memory when I started watching Drag Race was a little confused because I didn't know what drag was. You know, I'm first generation coming from Mexico. I've never seen this. My parents never talked to me about this. But when I saw it, I was so intrigued by it, and I was like, I like this and I want to do this. Being here on season 16 of RuPaul's Drag Race is a dream come true. I wanted this for so long, and I am just riding the wave and going with the flow, and this is my time and this is the moment. Everyone is not ready for what is coming. It's such a diverse cast. There's so many different queens, and there's a lot of Latinas first of all. So that's gonna be very interesting, because you know, when Latinas come together, it could either go really good or really bad. I am America's Next Drag Superstar because when I came to the US, people told me that I came to steal their jobs, and why not steal the crown while I'm at it? I feel like I am a chameleon. I do whatever it takes to adapt and survive. America's Next Drag Superstar has to keep staying fresh, elevating, and growing, and I feel like I have what it takes.
Being here on Drag Race awoken the competitive beast out of me. There are prizes to be won, and there's things to be snatched, and I don't want these other girls to have them. Give them to me. My name is Hershii LiqCour-Jeté from the legendary House of Jeté in Los Angeles, California, and I am from St. Louis, Missouri. I've been through a lot of tumultuous names in my drag career. It started as Dawn Totalicious Asia Smith, but the queens in St. Louis said, girl, if you want like a serious career, you're gonna have to change it. So that's where Hershii came from. It's actually my pronouns in drag, Hershii. My drag persona is a 47-year-old woman with a pixie cut. She has a gold tooth, 4 kids, and she drives the number 47 downtown, and she drives a Nissan Altima. Squish that together, and that's Hershii LiqCour. I do love being out at night, as tired as I be, and doing my job, mingling with the people. If it's the smallest club, the biggest club, being in my house or being on TV, I'm just happy to be wherever I'm at. It's not a means to an end, it's my passion. A lot of these girls are just, you know, trying to get here. I think the biggest misconception that everybody has about me is that I'm a little bit younger than what I am, and that I'm a little naive, a little stupid, and I don't know what I'm doing. I probably had twice, 3 times, 4 times the life that probably the whole cast has had. I'm a parent of 2, I have a partner, I have different responsibilities that some of the other girls don't have. I think when people meet me and find all that out about me, it kind of makes them go, wait a minute, little her? Ooh. The queens better keep it very cute when it comes to trying to read me, because you get me, I'm gonna get you back 4 or 5 times. My drag journey has always been about love, building community, building family. We're a global phenomenon, so we need to connect. We need to be arm in arm when this is over with. Season 1, I was watching Drag Race at 1 o'clock in the morning, and BB Sahara Bonet pops up on my screen. I remember being floored. I didn't know we could be that beautiful. And I said, that's gonna be me one of these days. It needs to happen. And it happened, I'm here. Season 16, it's so many different types of us, so many different personalities, so many different styles of drag. We are gonna take these ratings higher than they've ever been. I am America's next Drag Race superstar because I represent the regular working girls who are actually living their lives out here. We don't have thousands of dollars, but we have enough to make it work and get the job done. And then after that, I'm going home and taking care of children. I have a man to take care of, and I have a house to clean. And I genuinely think that's a very real future of drag and drag queen, sustaining not just yourself, but your family. We're turning drag into a whole different type of career.
If any of these girls try to come for me, I've dealt with worse. I've been on the train at 3 o'clock in the morning. There is nothing that can shake me. Hello gays, theys, and girls. I'm Megami, the geek chic goddess of Brooklyn, New York, and the Barbie of Staten Island. So the name Megami actually means goddess in Japanese, and it comes from one of my favorite JRPG series. I'm a huge gamer myself, massive geek and cosplay nerd, so goddess felt right for me. So when I was in college, my parents moved to Staten Island, so I kind of lived there for a few years. It just became part of my brand. I really pride myself on my ability to adapt and change and be versatile. I love to do glamorous things, but I also love horror and I love geeky things. I think I do drag because it is truly the ultimate art form. You need to be able to paint your face and make a costume and host a show, be a comedian, be an actress, be a dancer, be a graphic designer, do everything. When people first meet me, they see this smug and my angry eyebrows and think I'm kind of a massive I constantly hear, oh my God, Megami, I didn't know you were so nice. And I'm like, that's just the way I paint my eyebrows. I'm a Taurus and we are notoriously very chill, very cool people. So you may not think that I'm super competitive, but my mom is a Virgo. So when I get into that workroom with these other girls, they better watch out. I'm kind of most nervous about lip syncing. I am an older woman. I can't be like bending my knees like all these young girls can. If it comes down to lip syncing, baby, I have the experience. I'm gonna give it everything that I got. I love Drag Race. This is my absolute favorite show in the world. I am one of the feral internet goblins who read all the messages, watch all the interviews and the videos online. I started watching all the way back in season 3. Raja was serving the fashion and Manila was serving the camp and the comedy. And I feel like that's such a melding of who I am as a person. Is this real? Am I actually here on Drag Race? This thing that was like a nebulous concept in the universe that I just loved from afar. I wake up every day pinching myself because I actually did it. This season is gonna be a fan favorite that people will want to come back to and rewatch over and over and over again. Every single one of these girls is fighting for this crown. This is a season like we haven't seen in a long time. It is a good old-fashioned knockdown, drag-out race to the end. I am America's next drag superstar because I'm giving you fashion, I am giving you comedy, all the versatility in the world, and baby, who doesn't love a verse queen?
I might be sweet and quiet, but if a girl comes to me, she better be ready for the heat that's coming from Miami. My name is Mhi'ya Iman LePage, and I'm from Miami, Florida. The story of my drag name, I was actually getting ready to do my first show. At the time, I was in love with the singer Mhi'ya. LePage is my last name, which comes from my current mother, Missy Miyake LePage. The drag scene in Miami is glamour, fashion, full of entertainers, high energy. Everyone loves feathers, everyone loves stones. The place that I perform in Miami is called the Palace Bar. It's on South Beach. And yes, it's outside. We have a pavilion that we're under sometimes, but then we have the sidewalk we have to go down. It's a lot to take in. My style is glitz, glamour, disco, goth, you name it. The biggest misconception about me is that I'm a diva, which I'm not. I get along with everybody. I hate drama. I'm too old for it. The energy I'm bringing to this season is definitely positive energy. The strangest thing about me is I've been in Miami, born and raised, and I'm 34 years old. I should be used to dealing with hurricanes and tornadoes. I'm still scared of thunder. I'm very competitive. Growing up, I was in a dance group. We was doing dance competitions all over Florida. And then once I started doing drag, I started to do pageants. I tapped a few girls and won a few titles. The thing I'm most nervous about this season is the sewing challenges. I'm not really an experienced seamstress, but I know how to do a little 1-2 and how to put something together. But I'm gonna give it my all to make my look complete and sell it on the runway. When I was a dancer, a lot of people knew of me because I was going viral with some of the stunts and tricks I would do in the dance shows. Backhand springs, cartwheels, front flips, rollovers. So you might see me flip a few times on this season. I definitely were a Drag Race fan before coming on the show. What made me want to audition was my best friend Malaysia Baby Doll Fox. She was on season 15. She basically put my hand like, hey, you need to go and do this show. You're very talented. The world need to see you. I've always been afraid to be in front of cameras. I just got over that fear. I said, hey, we got to get right. And I feel like this is the perfect platform for me to take my career to the next level. It's amazing to be here for season 16 of RuPaul's Drag Race. I can say I finally did it. And I'm here representing Miami, my friends, family, and everyone. And I just want to make everyone proud. When the audience see this season of RuPaul's Drag Race, it's going to be very mind-blowing. We're going to have a lot of gag factors in it. This is going to be one of the best seasons, I can say. Not just because I'm on it, we worked really hard to put on a great show. I'm America's next drag superstar because I embody charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. And I'm a bad bitch. I'm already a queen. I'm just here to get my title.
I can't imagine that any of the girls would be stupid enough to come for me in the first place. But if they do, I'm not afraid to let them have it. If there's alcohol involved, it's a fight. Stay tuned for Untucked. Hi, my name is Mirage Amoro, and I am from Las Vegas, Nevada. The story of my drag name, I kind of stole it from this from The Incredibles, the super skinny assistant to the evil villain. Her name was Mirage, and I thought that was the cutest name I'd ever heard in my life, so I stole it. The drag scene in Las Vegas is very fishy. There's a lot of like fishy girls running around, swimming around out there in the middle of the desert. A lot of high energy. There's no pageant scene, really. You know, we all kind of look like cross-dressers, but we all know how to dance. My style is lots of skin, lots of glitter. Stripper meets burlesque meets raver. It's very tacky, but on purpose. You know, not everybody is on purpose, but when I do it, it's on purpose. I used to do hair. I worked at a blow-dry bar, and we would do like makeup and just styling, not so much cut and color. So I had a lot of clients who were strippers. I just wanted to be one of them so bad with their big titties and their big hair, and they were drag queens. They didn't know it, but when I got done with them, they were drag queens. Initially, I was just tipping around and being a cross-dresser and having a good old time and getting drunk, and one of these days someone was like, you should perform, and I was like, ew, no girl, that's not for me at all. I'm not trying to do all that. And I did it one time. I ran off the stage. I was so embarrassed. I hated it, but I just kept doing it, and now performing is my #1 favorite part of drag, besides being hot and sexy and getting free drinks. Tequila helps. Got me out of my shell for the first couple times. And when I say couple times, I mean the first 2 years. I'm very competitive. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna slay the whole season. I am not bothered by any of these girls. Worst case scenario, I leave with the same amount of friends that I came here with, and it includes none of these season 16 girls. What I'm probably most nervous about this season is the acting challenges. I know how to act up, I know how to act a fool, but in the classical sense, I don't know if I would consider myself an actress. But you know what, I'm good at winging it. Through this, together in a day. So you know what? We're gonna make it work. So my very earliest memory of watching Drag Race, I was actually in high school. I wasn't allowed to watch the Logo network because my parents like kind of had a feeling I was a little fruity. So they like took the TV out of my room. It was something so sneaky and like taboo for me. I didn't know why these men wore dresses, but I was very into it. And look what happened. Look what happens when you don't let your kids just do what they want to do. I could have just been a regular gay working at a cell phone store, and now I gotta do all this because you repressed me. I started drag like a little bit later. I started when I was like 23 years old. It was the season that Pheromone got on. So I knew of Pheromone and Kimura from back in Vegas. And then when they were on the show, I was like, what the what is these local ass just got on TV? Let me figure out how to sew. Let me start taking this seriously. Because if Kimura could do it, no, I'm just kidding. I think she's sickening, but I never saw her perform until she got on TV. And now we know why. There are so many twists and turns this season, I don't even think I'm ready. I know you're not ready. It's exciting. I am America's next drag superstar because I think it's time we brought hot, sexy back into the race. My contact. It almost fell out. I don't want to talk about it.
People really believe that I'm the Regina George of drag. They think that just because I'm pretty and gorgeous and have amazing skin, that I'm a mean girl, and it's not true. I am actually a really nice girl, like Miss Congeniality nice. Olis, my name is Morphine Love Dion, and I am the queen of Miami. Miami's it girl, if you will. Morphine came from a Lady Gaga music video called Marry the Night, where in a scene, one of the nurses goes, "Good morning, Morphine Princess." I didn't know it was a narcotic drug until like 2 years ago, so whatever, I just stuck with it. My drag style is very Latina showgirl based. I love Shakira. I love Cali Uchis. I like to twerk and give reggaeton and give Latina flair. I am a show-stopping diva. Every time I perform, every single person in that room just likes to throw money at me. So my parents are from Nicaragua, and I'm a fluent Spanish-speaking diva. Yo hablo español, tremendo. What makes me different from any other queen, you have your lip sync assassins, you have your beauty queens, you have your fashion girls, but I do it all. And I also sew. I am also a makeup artist, a dancer, and I'm also kind of a hairstylist as well. When people first meet me, they get a little bit intimidated because I do paint a stank face on. You know, when I walk into a dressing room, people are just like, oh, the party's here. So people usually get intimidated at first, but then they're always calling me after. So it's just, you know, awesome. I'm extremely competitive. Every drag competition I've done, I've basically won. So I like to compete with the best so I can beat them. And that's why I'm here on Drag Race. If another queen comes for me, I wouldn't even give them the time of day. I just look at them up and down and be like, if you give, you give. If you don't, then I won't acknowledge you. I'm honestly most nervous about not being prepared for like a comedy challenge or like a acting challenge. I do YouTube videos, so like that's kind of like acting, but to actually do it in front of Mr. RuPaul, it's kind of scary. Like I'm a little nervous about that. I am a huge fan of the show. 10 years ago, season 6 of RuPaul's Drag Race, I was a sophomore and I remember watching Adore Delano thinking, oh my God, I need to be on the show. Because I was a fan of Adore. Adore, if you're watching, I love you. To be on season 16, 10 years after I first ever watched it, is a complete full circle. Even being here on this set, I'm just gagged, girl. I'm just gagged. I'm gagged. There's no comparison between season 16 and other seasons. The drag is up here. I've never seen drag like this in my entire life. The girls did not come to play this season, I will say that. I am America's next drag superstar because I am just the absolute total package. I have beauty, brains, body, show-stopping energy. When I'm on that stage, honey, your eyes are literally glued to this. Oh my God. Maybe I am the Regina George of drag.
Since I'm such an international queen, I am here to teach the American girls how it's done, baby. Hello, my name is Nymphia Wind, and I'm from Taiwan, and I currently reside in New York. Nymphia is actually a fairy type evolution of Eevee. The wind just comes from aspiring to be free and invisible like the wind. The concept of drag is still evolving in Taiwan. Job opportunities are still very few, so I thought I would just plump myself into this big apple and see what happens. Growing up, I've always been a painter. I would always doodle in class and not focus on what the teacher's talking about. I went to university in England, south of London. What makes me different from other queens is definitely my imaginative, creative, artistic, high concept vision for drag. The fashion references, the kookiness, and how I combine my traditional cultural background. Drag is very powerful. You look into the mirror and you basically see someone else. And that gives you freedom to recreate yourself and to feel beautiful and to walk in this world feeling that you're living your fantasy. When people first meet me, they might think that I'm a cold-hearted and that I hate them and that I'm probably gonna kill them or I'm not happy to be there. I am kind of strange and weird. I am definitely here to confuse the other queens. It's a bit of distraction to let the other queens underestimate me, and then I'll like, and they'll be like, oh, I didn't know you could do that. I like to win, and so far every competition I've been in, I've placed #1, so we shall see. I'm very good at ignoring people. This is how I would react. A queen reading me. I'm definitely most nervous about any sort of writing challenge that is gonna stress me out. Oh, I don't even want to think about it. Before our audition, I was in Taiwan, and then I came to America with the idea of maybe getting on Drag Race. I just felt like there wasn't a queen like me, so I really wanted to be the first East Asian drag queen to win Drag Race. Season 16 is the season, okay? You're in for a crazy ride. It's a tornado. I am America's next drag invasion superstar.
I'm nervous that the hours that I'll have to be suited up, I won't be able to hold in my bowel movements, and I might make a big, stinky stain on that runway. Hello, и привет всем моим русскоговорящим зрителям. My name is Plain Jane, and I am from the beautiful city of Boston, Massachusetts. I've always really been into airplanes. They're really majestic and beautiful. I also really relate to Jane from Tarzan. I'm also into very musky, stinky jungle men. So I just put the two together and my name just came about. The drag scene in Boston is very eclectic, colorful, diverse. There's drag performers of all shapes, sizes, creeds. I am a first-generation American. My parents are both from Russia, so I'm kind of inspired by Russian fashion and culture and all things Slavic. I would say where I really stand out from other queens is my stench. The chemicals in my body produce a very unique scent that is very sex doll. I don't think I've ever been able to answer the question of why drag to anybody. My mother, she's cried and begged me to stop, but I'll never stop. I have this insatiable feminine urge inside of me to cross-dress. I just can't be tamed. I'm a pretty strange individual all around. I really enjoy cartoon porn, yeah. I am the first fluent Russian speaker to have been cast on Drag Race. There may have been some misconceptions with my fellow alumnus, Katya, but she appropriates my culture. She's not actually Russian, and it's jarring and offensive to my eyes, ears, nose, and mouth, and stomach, what she does. I am pretty competitive. I played a lot of sports. Wherever there are balls involved, I handle them very well. What drew me in to Drag Race was the ridiculous queens. I would look at these clowns, and at first I was thinking, who are these people? Before Drag Race became so mainstream, it really used to be a far more niche art form. But now it's everywhere thanks to RuPaul's Drag Race. To be here on season 16 is, now that I've accomplished the pinnacle of my hopes and dreams, there's nothing left for me to do. You know, maybe I'll take up cooking or become an astronaut. When the audience watches season 16, they're gonna think, wow. I am America's next drag superstar because I'm willing to fully disfigure myself for the cause and the art of drag.
If these girls decided to come for Miss Plasma, I really hope that they can repair that wig when I'm done with it. I am so ready to eat these girls up. Hello, my name is Plasma, and I am from New York City, baby. The story behind the name Plasma is so uninteresting. I just liked the way it sounded, and I used to live by a plasma donation site, and I was like, oh, that sounds fun. Literally, that's it. I grew up in a very small, rural Northeast Texas town that literally did not have a queer population, no drag anywhere. I got my BFA in musical theater. I moved to New York on June 1st of 2021, and I was like, oh, theater doesn't exist right now, but drag is poppin'. So I tumbled into the New York drag scene. I have the most incredible support network in my family. My parents are very, very involved in my life. They love Plasma. They love coming to New York and seeing the shows. Plasma is the love letter to all of the vintage classic silhouettes. I love Golden Age Hollywood. I love the glamour of these beautiful young women who are turned into goddesses. I love bringing like the old school into a new realm. Like I have a mix back home where I do The Lonely Goat Herd from The Sound of Music with Throat Goat by Kim Petras. I think what makes Plasma different is that I not only look stunning and perform well, but I'm also very good on the microphone. I consider myself a very intellectually deep person, a very emotionally mature person, someone who would rather have a conversation about our fears and our goals than like, yes, honey, yes, God, mama, oh, I consider myself a very competitive person. I grew up doing high school speech and debate, which really taught me how to take a down. And then I moved to New York City, which I consider to be the most competitive drag market on earth. And I've risen above it all, and now we're on RuPaul's Drag Race, where I am still clocking these I didn't pack a lot of leopard or animal print, so I'm really nervous to meet Michelle. Other than that, I'm not nervous at all. I love Drag Race. When I went to Oklahoma for undergrad, we were all sitting in a dorm. I remember exactly where I was. I remember what it smelled like in the room. When Sasha ripped that f***ing wig off, it changed my life. That little kid is now this little diva being invited to join the company of RuPaul's Drag Race. Especially now in its heyday. I mean, we're winning Emmys left and right, and this season is no different. Tune in. Being here at this moment is so incredibly awesome to me because I've sort of been able to learn how to be a new kind of proud of myself and to bear witness to the level of accomplishment that I didn't know would be possible in my career as an artist. I'm here at RuPaul's Drag Race right now, and what I can tell you is you have never seen a higher caliber of drag in your entire life. I'm looking around every single day, and there's something new that blows my mind at every turn. This is some good shit. I am America's next drag superstar because I believe it is equally important to be fierce, to be beautiful, to be graceful, and to be kind. Because none of this matters unless we as artists can unite over our shared beliefs. And so many people who would rather see the queer community dissolved want to get rid of us because they know that we know how to lead it. And I am the one that will do my damnedest to lead the queer community forward.
People usually think, oh, Midwest, Kansas City, friendly, raised on a farm, but I'll get to the root of the issue post-haste. Hey everybody, I'm Q and I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. So I like the letter Q because it's kind of like the odd one out of the alphabet because you know Q is always with you. The drag scene in Kansas City is honestly growing really, really fast, and it's really competitive. We only have like 3 bars you can perform at, so you really feel the fight to, have your spot in the scene. I am like no other queen because the concepts that I come with are sickening. I make all the things that I wear. I'm fashion, and I'm camp, and I'm editorial, and I'm theatrical. You can't put Q in a box because Q does everything. I started doing drag in college. My friends and I, we wrote like a little one-act musical, and it was like B-horror, B-film kind of humor, and it really, really worked, and that was the first time where I was like, oh my gosh, drag, this makes sense. I'm somebody that you won't forget. When I do shows and people see me, I'm the one that they're coming up to afterwards to talk to. I'm a sewing queen. I do that for a living now. I sew and I make things for drag queens. So when those design challenges come, I know the girls are gonna be lining up asking for help because I know exactly what I'm doing. I am very competitive. If a girl came for me, I would come right back. I don't back down from a fight. What I might be most nervous about is meeting the other queens. Sometimes I do come off as a bitch. So I really am hoping I make some really great connections with the other girls. I love Drag Race. I am a super fan. I think what I liked about season 6 and 7, I just saw like so much creative expression through like a queer lens. And I was watching drag, but not really pursuing it. But then I saw Sasha Velour's iconic, legendary lip sync with the rose petals. And it was like one of the first times I'd seen theater and drag just mashed together in this world. And I thought, I can do that. It is absolutely surreal that I am on season 16 of Drag Race. It's been a dream of mine since I started watching. I'm honestly sitting here right now and I still don't believe it. There are things that happen in this season that have never happened before in Drag Race history. Gagged me quite a bit for sure. Everybody came to season 16, I guess, ready to compete at 200%. Everybody's bringing their best game and their best drag, and that's what makes season 16 like really, really exciting. I am America's Next Drag Superstar because I am ready to bring the crown to the plains of America.
What? They're doing that? Whoa, what are they wearing? Oh my God, everyone's so talented. Hey y'all, I'm Sapphira Cristal, all the way from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. My drag name is actually based on my birthstone, which is the Sapphire. I was born in September, and Cristal, which was one of my favorite champagnes before I became sober. The drag scene in Philadelphia is full of lots of different types of queens. We got our teeny bopper queens, we got our comedy queens, we got our spooky queens, and we got our fabulous fierce queens. I am the Grande Dame Diva. I have big drag. I love everyone. They all love me. We're all great friends there. What makes me different from any other queen? Well, not only am I a singing diva, but I'm an opera singing diva. I can sing from the baritone up to the soprano. I do drag because it was the only area where I could do every single thing that I'm good at. I can sing, act, dance, I'm funny, and I'm good at being an overall eleganza. I went to performing arts high school, I went to music school, and so when I first saw drag, it was the spectacle that made me go, oh, this is gonna be wonderful. What I've heard is that I'm a very intimidating presence, but I hope that I'm also a very warm presence because people are usually very happy to be around me. I am a winner of about 16 crowns, so yes, I am very competitive. I kind of have been competing since I was very young. My dad is a trainer for the UFC, and he put me in tournaments. A queen would never come for me. They would know better. No one usually does, so these queens will know. I'm not nervous about anybody. I'm not nervous about anything except for me. If I stay out of my way, I should do very well. I started drag the year that Drag Race first aired. It was fast-paced. You want to dance, you want to sing, you want to do a duet, you want to put someone in makeup. It's all those things in one. It's the perfect show. This is my 11th time auditioning for Drag Race, and I'm finally on, so get ready. I am America's, who that is? I am America's Next Drag Superstar because I am the total package. And honestly, it's beyond the competition. It's the community, and I would love to bring my love into everyone's hearts.
When the audience watches season 16, they're definitely gonna be like, damn, them look real good. The look queens are back, baby. Hi, I'm Tsunami Muse, and I'm from New York City. My drag name came from, I really wanted to be like a superhero, and Storm is already taken, so I went with the next best thing, a Tsunami. Muse comes from my drag mother, Miss Candy Muse. I think you're familiar with her. The drag scene in New York City is very, very competitive. It's very tough to stand out unless you're me. You know, it's very easy. Tsunami style is very much 90s supermodel. That's the references that I go for. I worked in the fashion industry for like over 10 years. So it was a lot of seeing girls on the runway, collecting the Vogues, the Harper's Bazaars, the V, just eating up the imagery. And then as soon as I saw Naomi Campbell, that's what I wanted. Head to toe, you know, the hair, the attitude, the walk, the grace. That's very much a mix of who Tsunami is. What makes Tsunami different from any other queen is honestly her personality. There's not enough words to describe it, so you're gonna have to tune in because it's an experience. The first moment I knew I was going to become a drag queen, I wore this incredible metallic trench coat. When I tell you I felt my on fire that day, that's when I knew that Tsunami Muse was going to be born. First impression when people usually meet Tsunami, they're intrigued. They crave more of Tsunami. The strangest things for people to find out about me is that I'm actually a Pokemon master. Like, I'm really good. If another queen were to come for me in the workroom, honestly, I would just look at them and laugh because nothing can come to this. I mean, look at me. Can you afford? I like to say that I'm not very competitive, but deep down, I'm extremely competitive. That's kind of like my strategy. I say it's a snaky strategy. I am from the year of the snake after all. The thing I'm most nervous about is like if they throw us like a singing challenge. Do you hear this voice? That is not for me. I would say I'm most comfortable lip syncing. I've been a fan of this show since season 1. I remember when it first got announced, they were like, it's this new competition with drag queens. It's gonna be like American Idol, Top Model, and Project Runway all in one. I just got so hooked. From the stories of each individual queen to like the challenges and also just getting to see RuPaul in a look every week. I mean, are you kidding me? I've been obsessed ever since and now look at me here on season 16 of Drag Race. I'm America's Next Drag Superstar because I have the personality to match the look.
Did that reveal gag you? Well, prepare for the future because the queens are runway ready like never before. NYC, see you in January. Period.